Hello everyone. I thought I'd just do a little video while I clean out my rainforest. There's a lot of stuff in here that needs to be cleaned out. And maybe talk about something real quick that I was kind of shocked about. I gave someone some friendly criticism in a way of, hey, I think you should stream a little bit more and do your thing. And it's just funny to me that how different personalities are. Different personalities. It wasn't meant to be hateful or anything, but it's different personalities. They happen to turn into like I was attacking them or something. And I don't know, no way was I ever attacking anyone. Only person I attack are trolls that come on my channel that cause me problems. Those are the only people that get attacked by me on YouTube. And I think there was one guy that messed with me a long time ago I went to war with, but I'm done going to war with people on YouTube. Oh yeah, tough guy down in Florida talking shit after I donated over $100 to this channel in like 1 or 2 days, and probably a lot more than that. But I apologize to him, but never heard anything back from him. But I apologize to the person that owned the channel. But he was like, you can say whatever you want to say to him. I really don't care. And this is one of the most respected YouTubers that I think I know for sure. And I don't need to use any names because the names don't matter. This is about personalities. And personalities. I have a personality, and it's very aggressive. But a lot of my friends tell me that I've grown up with them. Like, hey, I'm glad that you told me that. And this is not me being arrogant either, okay? So I don't have a type A personality, that's for sure. And so he puts a hate video out. Didn't use my name, but I think everyone knows who he was talking about in that community, shockingly, I think his point is to destroy me, which I wouldn't have cared in the first place. I mean, I wouldn't have cared even if his little freaking adult immaturity worked. But I mean, I was kind of shocked myself to see the video and him stop and preach and say all this shit. I was waiting for him to use my name. I was hoping he was going to, but he didn't. But all the people know anyhow who he was talking about. But it really didn't hurt me at all. The only person it hurt was him. Because the message that I sent him was just a private message. It wasn't something I did a video about. I was just trying to get his head up and be like, hey man, you should be streaming more. You're getting near so many subscribers. You're actually going to be making a lot of money. But then again, he talks about how much money he makes. And, I realized that sometimes you got to be careful who you talk to. Oh, this was actually growing out of the ground of the greenhouse. That looks pretty good, that piece. Oh, yeah, that piece is growing. Man, things are growing out of because there's actual little soil at the bottom underneath where all these planters are. There's soil down here because this has been cut out. Foundation was cut out and this part was taken out, and then this is soil right down here. So stuff's actually that's fallen off is growing on the ground. I didn't even realize it's actually rooted into the ground. That is amazing. Like, look at all these pieces. These are healthy pieces. These are healthy pieces that I can, I'll clone in a little while. I'll pinch off the stem, but those will be clone pieces. They're very healthy too. Oh, they're more healthier than the ones in the planters even. But anyhow, I was really disappointed because I've known this person for a long time. But you know what? Disappointment doesn't matter because life goes on. And if you want to act that way and you keep acting the same way you do all the time, and I go crazy when I play video games and I get ticked off when people attack me and stuff. And you know, and my most of my life was fighting people and shit. I mean, that's what I did. I loved it. I mean, I just was like, let's not talk, let's fight. I mean, I don't need to run around and tell everyone I'm this badass or anything, because I mean, I've lost a lot of fights. I've been in probably over 150 some fights, and here's me bragging now, but I don't believe that I deserved to be attacked by somebody that actually, I got a thorn in my finger now, great. Wonder where that came from. I got it out, thank God. Okay. So why would I be worried about this guy? He did this to make himself feel better because he has, I predict that he has a really rough life. I know he's got a good job. Look, that thing was growing right in the bottom of the soil. That's amazing. That's a real healthy piece of plant right there. I'm going to stick that right down in this planter right here. But I predict that things aren't real good over his household like he makes it all sound out to be great and dandy. Because to attack me over some, I would call it friendship. It was just a thought. Now this is pretty healthy. It's just not green because it's not getting any sun. I can that one's healthy too. These are growing right out of the bottom of this thing. I didn't even know that. Glad I cleaned it out. I'm gonna have to get gloves to really clean it out. My Christmas cactus is coming back. It was dying. I still haven't put soil in it, and it's thriving. It has barely any soil in here, which is absolutely crazy. But it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. These pieces are thriving. I gotta find a better place for those roots to get down into the soil right there. But yeah, I was attacked and over something that was just meant to be like, hey, you know, like a boost. So I respect this person. But whatever. We're going to move on to funner things. And we are going to move on to all kinds of cool stuff growing out of the bottom of this thing. Oh, shit. I'm not a big fan of that, so I'm going to try to jerk. I probably shouldn't have done that, but I don't care. I don't have the time right now. I'm not a fan of the spider plant growing over here. I don't know how it ended up over here because it's not where I wanted it. Just shit grows everywhere. These spider plants are a nightmare. But what is what it is. I don't care. I mean, I thought it was pretty freaking childish to run a 2-hour live stream about me. A freaking clown. Sorry, but for real. I mean, when you talk about yourself for 4 fucking hours about how great you are and shit, you got some serious insecurities, man. And trust me, he is not watching this video. He is blocked. He won't see it unless someone tells him about it, which I don't think anybody that follows him even follows me anymore. It's like a little weirdo clan type YouTube thing, and all my subscribers that watch my silly stuff are from all over the world and tell me thank you and stuff, and I really appreciate that. And I know a lot of people like this green, green. Oh my God, this is growing right out of the ground too. It just doesn't look healthy. I don't want that in there. And I wanted to tell everyone I appreciate you and whatnot, and just wanted to clean that up a little bit. And later, it'll take a little bit of time because you got to be really careful with these because these are so delicate. These are so delicate. Look, they just fall off. Like when you shake it, see how easy they fall off? So you have to be so delicate with them. And I don't think this one's going to make it. It's just, it's grown out of the ground. We're getting these, but these ones here are strong. These ones here, whatever. These here are strong. So those are some things I want to talk about. I mean, if you can't take some criticism without crying like a little baby, it wasn't even criticism. It was just like helpful thing that I thought. And he knows I'm right. He should be streaming more. He's going to be collecting money from people, and I don't know where this came from, but big ass piece of concrete. Holy moly. A huge piece of concrete with rocks in it. Must be when they cut the foundation out. But let's talk about the green room now. Just want to clean up a little bit of it. Get it going. Because it's one of my projects I kind of neglect. I work on this project and then all of a sudden I walk away from it. And then you walk away from something like this, it gets out of hand. So basically I've done a lot of cleanup already in a short amount of time. So let's go ahead and show it off. This was actually dying. This was dead on arrival. I brought it back to life. Hilarious. My mom had the biggest green thumb. I got rid of a lot of her plants because a lot of her plants are just too much of a pain in the ass to take care of. We got a bunch of ribbon down here. It's been here since God knows when. Who knows? I'll put it over here. Needs to get it out of here. Leave this. I had to keep this around just because it was my mom's watering thing. In the remembrance of her. She was a great person. Taught in the public school systems in the roughest areas in Columbus, Ohio. And I would come home and here she'd have all kids of all different races sitting at the table, feeding them and giving them extra tutoring for free with their parents' consent. But back then, the parents were like, yeah, sure, Becky, take them. And she would do that type of stuff. So that's where all this came from. And she painted. She did plants. I don't paint. I just draw. But I probably should do some drawings for my YouTube channel. I see some fungus up here. What's going on, bro? Shit, it fell down in there. All right, well, that's not what you want to do, but it'll be all right. I kind of want to. So let's go ahead and give you a close-up of it. Had my phone dangling on this little edge. Seriously. Let's give you a little close-up of it. The cactus is thriving. I even put a jade plant down in here. I just stuck this little jade plant down in here just because I didn't have anywhere to put it. Now I'm going to pull that out and put it into this, which this was dead. Dead on, just died one day of some type of fungus. So I pulled off all the good pieces and cloned them. And now look how pretty that's coming up. Now look at that. That's just enriched. But it's actually kind of making the cactus turn a different color because I think this thing's actually overpowering the cactus, believe it or not. But I don't know that much about plants. I'm just guessing. I'll pull that out. That's going to go in here. And this is going to be a little jungle. This is a Christmas cactus. It definitely needs soil like a beast. It fell over, so the soil fell out. This needs a lot of attention. I'm gonna have to get my step ladder later and trim this out. This is coming along really nice. There's more fungus, a lot of fungus and shit down here. I don't know what the deal is on that. These jade plants, if you water them too much, which I have, they end up getting fungus. You have to be careful. I learned that from my mom, not from my own wonderful knowledge, as you learn things from people as you go through life. So, let me throw that out. Now that one's got some serious issues. So, I'll try to knock all this shit off here without it going down in there. But I can use a step ladder and pick all that stuff out when I replant this right here. These long strands, and then they dangle down. As you see, I already planted that back there. That looks really cool. But this would be my greenhouse. That's looking straight up into the sky. This is headed to the west, so we get sun from noon until the sun goes down here. It's great. I mean, if you were able to grow marijuana legally, I would definitely, I wouldn't because I don't like marijuana, but I would grow plants down here and they would grow beastly. But this is what we do. I actually did grow one down here one time, and it filled this whole thing up, and that was like, God, the year 2001 or something, like 19 years ago. And I don't know, it was pretty cool. It was just a little fun project. But whatever, this is what we got. It's looking pretty nice. Yeah, I just walked away from the hate this time. And, it feels good to walk away from the hate instead of battling them. Why battle somebody that's got severe psychological problems, which, I have some psychological problems too from my brain surgeries and stuff. But somebody that says, I'm going to work, just got done slugging down a freaking whole bottle of whiskey. I never did it, couldn't do it, wouldn't do it. But I would think that would be far from being able to do a video about me and then preaching about me and stuff. Didn't use my name, but everyone knows who he's talking about. So whatever. Hope you enjoyed the greenhouse. My story wasn't the best, but the ending of the story is I take criticism all the time, and most of the criticism I get is people giving me advice, and that's what I was trying to do. So if you can't take a little bit of productive criticism that someone's giving you to help you out, then you know what? Then you need to sit back and think about if maybe it's you, not the other person. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this interesting little green room. I call it the rainforest. Goodbye. And give me a like if you don't mind.